Genesis of the Remnant Lds Church Proclamation Background Study Part 5 Volume 3, pg. 665 Localizing of Religious Government. The localizing a center of religious government was a measure introduced with a view of facilitating the carrying on of the work in its entirety, not for the purpose of centralizing power. Those who now fear the concentration of power would do well to make a more thorough examination of the objects of church association, and study to a better conclusion the theory of the gospel as applied to human associations. Volume 3, pg. 678 Trying to secure a unity is our duty. We are striving to secure a unity of belief among the one-time Latter-day Saints, our only intention towards them being for their good. Volume 3, pg. 683 Abuses in raising money. When it became necessary in the past to raise money for church purposes, a commandment was given, showing the way. This way in its right meaning must become sooner or later a measure of the church polity for that purpose. Its abuses in the past will not excuse us, nor will our disposition to do, if we leave undone those things we know how to do, avail us. Volume 3, pg. 684 The laws governing the church are in the Bible, Book of Mormon and Doctrine and Covenants. To insist that the laws to govern the church are found in the Bible, the Book of Mormon, and the Book of Doctrine and Covenants, that whatever is contained in those books is doctrine for the salvation of man, is the doctrine of the church, that whatever is taught to the church is doctrine, not in accordance with, or denies, contradicts, is in opposition to or contravenes the teaching found in those books is not the doctrine of the church, that all men, Latter-day Saints included, are amenable to God for their acts here, and always, that the Scriptures are to all men for guidance, and that Latter-day Saints are not privileged to disregard that guidance, and that the Book of Mormon and Doctrine and Covenants are Scripture to Latter-day Saints. Volume 5, pgs. 345-355 Foundations of Reorganization. See Statements by Joseph Smith 3, on the listed pages of Church History. Volume 6, pg. 570 Priority to one holding highest office. When the conference has assembled and has been duly called to order, and the business properly stated, the common rule would permit any member of the assembly entitled to voice and vote to make such nomination, but a custom of courtesy having been established in the church, a priority of privilege should be cheerfully accorded to the one holding office by ordination. Volume 6, pg. 571 Justified by Spirit of Wisdom and Revelation. The church is justified in pursuing that course which is to it justified by the Spirit of wisdom and revelation resting with it in its various quorums and organizations, for the various works of the church. Volume 6, pg. 571 In Answer to Prayer. In answer to prayer those men were, by revelation, directed to the Book of Doctrine and Covenants as containing the rules of the law in the observances of which the foundation and superstructure of complete reorganization could be safely accomplished.